In just 8 nights, Randy Orton will join 5 other competitors in the most hellacious match, in the most hellacious structure in WWE, the Elimination Chamber, coming your way on February 28th. Randy Orton must go toe-to-toe with a man who is full of darkness, with a martial arts background, and Aleister Black. Randy Orton is quick to get the upper hand on Aleister Black. Leapfrog up and over. And look at that. We're right where we began. These two trying to stare into each other's souls, trying to play the same mind games with each other. We've seen Randy Orton go to some dark, dark places. The thing about Aleister Black is that he is always inside that dark place. That dark place is what Aleister Black refers to as home, but right now it's Randy Orton driving his right hand into the skull of Aleister Black. And a clothesline sends Black to the outside onto the floor. And the Viper is feeling it. The Viper has taken control. Randy Orton, Aleister Black, 8 nights out from Elimination Chamber. As they stare at the announce desk, Aleister Black starts to fight back at Randy Orton with some kicks. And that one caught the side of the face of Randy. And difficulty level hard when it comes to facing Randy Orton. Randy Orton is just somebody you never want to cross paths with, but it's someone you more than likely will. If you want to be the top guy, you're going to have to get through WWE's Apex Predator, the Viper, and 14-time heavyweight champion. Randy Orton, once upon a time, the youngest world champion in WWE history at just 24 years old. Randy Orton has Aleister Black up, and one more time drives Black into the announce desk. Randy Orton will stop at absolutely nothing to inflict full damage on his opponent. And third time's a charm, taking a visit to Viperville. Randy Orton is flexing on Aleister Black. It seems that Randy Orton's going to have to once again go in and break referee Dan Engler's count. Randy Orton wants to enjoy the moment, soak in the damage he's inflicting, send a message heading into the Elimination Chamber. He wants everyone to know, hey, I'm about that. I'm coming back. I'm ready to be back on top. Randy Orton wants to find himself right back on the top of the mountain. For a 15th time, Randy Orton is looking to become world champion. However, Randy Orton's going to have to survive not just the 5 other competitors, but survive the hellacious structure that is Elimination Chamber. Randy Orton driving Aleister Black midsection onto the top of the barricade into the timekeeper's area. Randy Orton wisely taking an idea of where the referee's count is so he doesn't get counted out in this match. Randy Orton wants to send a message fair and square, take home a decisive victory. It's one of those things that you want to build momentum heading into such a high stakes matchup. The last thing Randy Orton wants is to head into Elimination Chamber with any kind of damage done. Randy Orton also can't afford to head into Elimination Chamber with a loss either. However, that doesn't seem to be the case right now. But one thing to be noted is Zelina Vega trying to distract Randy Orton up on the apron, and the knee to the back of Orton. Orton, it is highly noted of the history of Orton's neck and back issues, spending 18 months recovering from double fusion back surgery. What seemed to be career ending, Randy Orton has found a new lease on his career as a WWE superstar. Aleister Black has turned things around and could put away Randy Orton. Oh, and driving the knee into the skull of Orton. Could it be enough to secure the victory? And it is not quite enough to keep the Viper down. Aleister Black is quick to turn things right into a chin lock on Orton. Got another look on that running knee right into the skull of Randy Orton. Aleister Black trying to suck the wind out of Randy Orton as he blocks off the airway. The tight grip around the neck. Aleister Black, who came up short in his efforts to qualify for the Elimination Chamber, which was what allowed Randy Orton to qualify for the Chamber. Randy Orton was thinking suplex. Aleister Black got the knee down, driving into the skull. Oh, what a snap knee. Catching Randy Orton off his guard. Randy Orton's been laid down. Aleister Black going to take the opportunity to go for a pinfall attempt, but not quite enough to keep Orton down. With that Thai boxing background of Aleister Black, I mentioned MMA. Aleister Black has those skills. He knows how to take down his opponents. He knows how to keep on the offense. A great striker that Aleister Black is. And Aleister Black laid out on the apron. We know what Randy Orton's capable of. Perhaps thinking that vintage draping DDT, a move often referred to as vintage Randy Orton. Blocked by Aleister Black, but what wasn't blocked by Randy Orton was that boot to the side of the head, catching the Viper flush as Orton is wobbling. Aleister Black is doing a good job at staying steady on the attack. And again, it's Randy Orton who kicks out and stays alive in this match. Randy Orton is being caught by Aleister Black. Randy fights through and a backdrop suplex in the ring. A much needed reversal from the Viper to Aleister Black. Randy Orton showing signs he could be slightly wounded. You can't afford to enter the Elimination Chamber at less than 100%. So Randy Orton's going to have to end this sooner than later to prevent any more damage being inflicted on his body. As Orton starts to pick up the pace, he's going to that place. Snap power slam, driving Aleister Black into the mat. Zelina Vega senses that her husband Aleister Black could be in the danger zone. Aleister Black could get caught. Draping DDT. That's vintage Randy Orton. And the Viper is about to be ready to strike. Target locked, target acquired. Time to strike and take it home. Aleister Black blocks and rolls to the outside onto the floor. Taking a wise way out, as some would see it. Others may see it as the coward's way out. But you got to do what you got to do in order to survive. And a roundhouse kick catches Randy Orton off guard, but a cheap thumb to the eye. Randy Orton has had some incredible mentors throughout his career, including the dirtiest player of the game, the Nature Boy. And sometimes you got to pull a little dirty trick. Gets caught. Oh! And planted face first into the mat. And not in the mat, rather the announce desk. Aleister Black, a rough landing for Black. Randy Orton, though, he has his eyes set on Zelina Vega. You might want to focus your attention a little bit more on Aleister Black than Zelina Vega. Aleister Black not moved whatsoever. No way. Randy Orton's going to do this on the floor. No. A bombastic slam could come the way of Aleister Black, who gets driven into the floor. Draping off the desk, driving Aleister Black into the floor. But Randy Orton does not get to feel the full fruits of his labor, with damage being done to his back in the process. And Orton gets Black right back in the ring, but there's McIntyre, who clocks the WWE Championship across the skull of Orton. Orton has been drilled with that WWE Championship. Meanwhile, here comes the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, who has had enough of Drew McIntyre. Cody is on the hunt for Drew McIntyre. Randy Orton's been stunned. That title clocking the skull of Randy Orton. And Black Mass laying out Randy Orton and just collapses onto Orton for the cover and a massive victory for Aleister Black. With 8 days away, Randy Orton needed the victory on Aleister Black to build up some momentum heading into the Elimination Chamber. Unfortunately for Randy Orton, McIntyre got himself involved and costing Randy Orton this match, allowing Aleister Black to connect with the Black Mass. That would be the final blow for victory. There is so much to unpack between the unfinished business with Cody and McIntyre, Orton and McIntyre, and Aleister Black getting the victory over Randy Orton. So much is to come ahead as we enter and continue the road to WrestleMania.